This is the case of a 6-year-old schoolgirl named Lim Show Rong, who was found dead in a forested area near Jalan Woodbridge, Singapore on 25th June 1995. Born on 2nd November 1988, Lim Show Rong was the eldest of 2 daughters in her family. Her mother, Ang Gun Lei, was the owner of a coffee shop in Toa Payoh, while her father, Lim Kim Seong, was reported to have previously served time in prison for drug-related offences. According to her family, neighbours and the coffee shop's hawkers, Lim was known as our girl and was known for being friendly yet feisty. On the night of 24th June 1995 at 9:30 p.m., Lim was as usual hanging out at her mother's coffee shop. She ate her chocolate cereal and told her mother she was going out to meet a friend of her father's. Even though Ang advised her against going to see that friend, Lim still left the coffee shop while her mother was occupied with work. That was the last time Ang saw her daughter alive. Ang never got to ask who the friend was before her child's departure. By 11 p.m., Lim still had not returned after Ang closed her coffee stall and shop. Out of concern, she went around Toa Payoh and the neighborhood searching for her daughter. The search went on for the whole night until daybreak, but there was no sign of Lim. At 9 a.m. the next morning, Ang and Lim's grandmother lodged a police report. However, unknown to Lim's family, just an hour before the missing persons report was lodged, the police received a report from a teenager who told the police that at Jalan Woodbridge, where he was playing football, he discovered the corpse of a young girl, identified as none other than 7-year-old Lim Show Rong herself, placed in a semi-sitting position in a drain within the area itself, just 8 kilometers away from Lim's house. Investigations revealed that Lim was murdered by strangulation and she was sexually assaulted prior to her death. Blood stains were found on her underwear and Lim's face was covered with injuries inflicted before her death. Police began to investigate the case of Lim Show Rong's murder and they received several clues. According to Lim's mother, she said that there was a male customer who behaved suspiciously at the coffee shop. He would come between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. whenever Lim's father was not around, and he usually only ordered a coffee and sat for about half an hour. For all the people at the shop, the man only spoke to Lim. Several other people also witnessed the man buying Lim's sweets. The man was described to be of Chinese descent, dark and stout, of average height, and did not wear any glasses. 4 days after Lim's body was found, the police released a sketch of the mysterious man who was presumed to be aged between 30 and 40 years old, about 1.65 meter tall and of medium build. The man was also said to usually wear a polo t-shirt and shorts. Not only that, there was a scroll on Ang's bedroom wall written by Lim, which was the date 24 June, which was the date when Lim went missing, and supposed date of Lim's appointed meeting with her father's friend. But the year 1994 was also written beside the date. Also, a piece of paper torn from a cigarette carton was found in Lim's brown pouch, which Lim left behind at her mother's stall. The piece of paper had a page and number scribbled on it. Below the number was the Chinese characters T, which means little brother. It was likely that the page number was linked to Lim's possible abductor and murderer. However, the suspect was never located. Lim's murder went on to become a cold case, but the police continued to regularly review the case from time to time, as unlike civil cases, criminal cases in Singapore does not have any statute of limitations. On 10 January 2021, in light of the capture of Ahmad Daniel Muhammad Rafi for the alleged murder of missing student Felicia Teo Wei Ling, Lim's mother and sister became hopeful and made a public appeal for new information to help solve the case and locate the killer, who remains at large to this day. The police later confirmed that the investigations on Lim's murder were still ongoing and not closed, and an informant later arrived with new information relating to the case. One can only hope that someday justice will be served and Lim Show Rong is resting in power.